Welcome to another edition of A Game a Day by Zay, presented by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I know it's been a couple of days since I've recorded play by play, but a lot of that has had to do with DMX's death. The legendary hip hop artist was a big influence on my life, and I took his death somewhat hard. Obviously, him dying at 50 and in the fashion that he did definitely was sudden, but I will say that his life and testimony definitely uh, will influence and impact lives for many years to come beyond his presence in the physical. So I will say again, rest in peace to a legend, and I'm thankful for his testimony, as I'm sure so many others are as well, because he poured his soul out into his music and inspired others to live their truth, live their purpose, in hopes that they can inspire others after them. So I'm thankful for his testimony in that regard. Peace and blessings to his family as they go through this. It won't be easy. Loss is never easy, but in any life, there will be death. But it's about what we do with our life that will make these moments truly understandable. Sometimes we can't understand it in the moment, but over time, when we sit back and reflect on what was done and why it was done and how it influenced and impacted others, that's when we truly see the meaning and the message in someone's life. So again, DMX, Earl Simmons, X, Dark Man, all those things, all those names. Again, rest in peace to the late great DMX. With that said, we got a game today. The Boston Celtics versus the Denver Nuggets. The Celtics come in with a record of 27-26, while the Nuggets come in with a record of 34-18. The Celtics are coming off of an overtime victory against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in which Jason Tatum finally got out of his funk and scored a career high 53 points. His 53 points came on 16 of 25 shooting. He got to the free throw line 16 times. And if you guys have followed any of my play-by-play so far over the last couple of weeks in referencing Boston Celtics games specifically and Jason Tatum's performances, I always point out the fact that as skilled as he is, he doesn't get to the free throw line enough. In his previous game against the T-Wolves, 16 free throw attempts, helping the Celtics defeat the Timberwolves in overtime, 145 to 136. The Nuggets, they're on an 8-game winning streak. Well, they're 8-0 with their recent trade deadline acquisition, Aaron Gordon in the lineup. They're 18-9 in home games this year, and they have premier MVP candidate in Nikola Jokic performing at a high level, impacting games, just doing what he does best. So, with that said, the tip off is about to start, and the Nuggets win the tip. We'll get the starting five to you very shortly. So, Nuggets with the basketball. Facundo Campazzo gets it in the post to Nikola Jokic. Campazzo is actually starting in place of Jamal Murray right now for today. Jamal dealing with an injury. We'll get that to you very shortly. In the post, though, Jalen Brown is fouled by Campazzo trying to score. The Nuggets weren't able to score on their first possession. So it'll be, pardon me, it won't be a foul. They say possession will stay with Boston. The ball was deflected out of bounds. So we'll get these starting five to you right now. For the Celtics, Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams. For the Nuggets, Compazzo, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Will Barton, and Nikola Jokic. Porter Jr. actually just missed a right wing three. Nuggets get out and run. They go in the post to Jalen Brown. He wasn't able to score, so he kicks it out to Tatum. Tatum with the crossover dribble, trying to get inside. Takes contact from Aaron Gordon. Can't get the floater to fall, but Michael Porter Jr. chases down the rebound, pulls up for three, gets the bucket to start the game. So Michael Porter Jr. breaks the seal. Nuggets up 3-0. Robert Williams dribble handoff to Tatum. They work it around the perimeter. Jaylen Brown for three from the right wing, can't get it to fall. Robert Williams tried to get the rebound, but Jokic comes down with it, gets it to Campazzo. Campazzo is a great playmaker. He isn't a player that looks to score. He looks to set the table. He's a great facilitator, but he's one-dimensional in that regard. He only looks to pass. What a pass from Nikola Jokic! As I say that, uh, Jokic sets up on the left block, getting ready to drive. Instead, finds Michael Porter Jr. cutting to the basket. Great one-hand pass from Jokic to Porter Jr., who finishes a one-hand slam. In and out dribble from Kemba Walker. He's able to score on Jokic. So 5-2, Denver leads Boston. So Campazzo being guarded by Kemba Walker. When you look at what Aaron Gordon has brought to this team, he's brought versatility. He definitely has filled a gap, considering the fact that Jeremy Grant went to Detroit. With Aaron Gordon in the lineup now, he definitely is. He isn't a scorer, but he can score, especially off the playmaking of Jokic. He's worked really, really well with Jokic, especially on cuts, moving off the basketball. He's been a primary defender in a lot of cases, depending on who the Nuggets are playing. So he brings a different physicality to the perimeter that they didn't have, and also too, I think Gordon is just much more comfortable behind the likes of Jokic and Jamal Murray. Both can score at a high level, so the pressure isn't on Gordon to have to perform at that level on this team. The Nuggets have championship aspirations, and now Gordon can play in his natural role as a role player. Tatum kicks it out to Smart. Top of the key three, no good. Nuggets lead 7-5. Michael Porter Jr. gets the rebound off Marcus Smart's miss. He gets it to Jokic. Jokic back to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. thought about a three from the left wing. Tries to get it to Will Barton in the left corner. Couldn't knock down the, pardon me, it was a deflection. So they weren't able to get the shot off. We look at this previous basket to give the Nuggets the lead. Jokic actually drove and found Will Barton cutting on the baseline for the layup. Marcus Smart to Tatum. Tatum skip pass over to Kemba Walker in the left corner. Kemba Walker driving and kicking out to Tatum. Campazzo on the closeout. 5 on the shot clock. Tatum has to get a shot off. Looks to get inside. Utilizes his size to get a floater off over Campazzo. Can't get it to fall. Campazzo over to Will Barton. Right wing three is good. So the Nuggets open it up with the three ball. They're getting every shot they want. They're moving the basketball, forcing Brad Stevens and the Celtics to call their first time out of the game. 12-5, Nuggets lead the Celtics. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. Rest in peace to the great DMX. Welcome back as the Nuggets lead the Celtics 12-5. We look at the team stats so far. The field goal percentage, Nuggets, as I said, getting everything they want right now. Shooting 63%, 5 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3. The Celtics, on the other hand, are 2 of 8, 25%. A lot of their shots have come on the outside, jump shots. They've only hit one three-pointer so far, 1 of 3. And when we look at the assists so far, the Nuggets have 5 assists on all of their field goals, 3 of them coming from Nikola Jokic already. Tatum misses another three-point shot, rebounded by Porter Jr. One thing I will say with the addition of Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr.'s all-around game is starting to be showcased a lot more. For the most part, he's looked to be a shooter since he's coming to the NBA, and he's a great shooter. But that's all he's really contributed to the Nuggets. Now with the addition of Gordon, he's focused more on impacting the game since they're going to be scoring opportunities at a premium. He can score when necessary, but there's so much talent on the Nuggets now that you have to find other ways to impact the game when you don't score. and I've seen him attack the basket a lot more, looking for teammates. He's rebounded a lot more. As we see another rebound off a Tatum miss, he gets a rebound looking to push the pace. He gets it to Gordon and Porter inside to Jokic now. They're working around the perimeter. Great ball movement by the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon couldn't get the three, but Will Barton attacks the offensive glass and gets the putback. So Nuggets lead 14-5. But again, Michael Porter Jr. is just finding different ways to impact the game, even if he's not shooting the basketball. The Nuggets right now are on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Robert Williams had a wide open dunk. He misses it, and instead, Michael Porter Jr. gets the outlet pass from Will Barton for the slam. So that's a 4-point swing there. Great setup there by Jaylen Brown to Robert Williams. The dunk was there. He misses it off the back rim, and the outlet from Will Barton to Michael Porter Jr. gets a dunk for Denver. Kemba Walker able to break this drought for Boston. They were 2 for 12. Now they're 3 for 13 overall. What a setup from Jokic to Gordon, and Robert Williams had to foul Aaron Gordon in the air. It would have been a wide open alley-oop slam for Gordon. So we look at the replay. Robert Williams just jumped a bit too far out of his range to get that finish, and Will Barton caught it on the rope, went straight to Porter Jr. on a leak out, and he got a slam. So Michael Porter Jr. was ready to run as soon as the ball came off the rim. But it appears that Porter Jr. might have hurt his hand trying to dunk that basketball. He's been favoring his hand since. Stays in the game though. Jokic misses the floater, rebounded by Tristan Thompson. He gets his first appearance into the game. 5:30 left in the first quarter. Inside, so great effort rewarded as we see Marcus Smart set up Tristan Thompson for a slam inside. Tristan had missed a number of games over the last couple of weeks due to COVID protocol. He's just getting back. So Boston definitely needs all the bodies they can get, especially down the stretch, trying to work their way up the Eastern Conference ladder. Campazzo gets a three set up from Jokic, setting up in a post, kicks out to Campazzo to the left corner for the three. So Denver leads 19-9, under 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Tristan Thompson and Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker takes a three from the right wing, can't get it to fall, rebounded once again by Michael Porter Jr. Looking to push the pace. Pull up from three is no good off the front rim, rebounded by Kemba. Kemba probing, gets to the free throw line, thought about a step back, pulls up for three, misses it off the back rim. Rebounded by Romeo Langford. He airballs a three from the right corner, rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon looking to push, head up, gets it to Will Barton. Will Barton spin move in the paint, thought about a shot, but they call a carry. So it'll be a turnover. If we look at the replay. Okay, so they call it travel. They call it travel. It happens. I think a lot of that just had to do with the crowd being there. In a lot of ways, depending on the player, they get away with some of those moves. You look at James Harden at times, he may travel. Maybe even Giannis, depending on the gather. Boston looking to respond. Marcus Smart attacking the basket, draws a foul. So he'll be going to the free throw line. Marcus Smart missed some time as well, dealing with a quad injury earlier in the season, prior to the All-Star break. So he needed some time to get back. And during that stretch, Boston definitely missed him. They missed his playmaking, his effort, his defense. So him being back definitely provides a jolt. But Boston, as a collective, though, they're definitely struggling to start games. If you look at a lot of their games, they come out really, really sluggish, and they get behind by so much that they have to work their way back into games. And they expend so much energy trying to work their way back that by the time you get to the fourth or the latter part of the fourth, when they're within 6 to 9 points, it just takes one or two shots to really kill their momentum, and they're done. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that, again, it's expended so much energy trying to work their way back into the game. Unfortunately, when you look at what the expectations were for this Boston team, they had just gone to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They went 6 games with Miami. They were favored in that series, ended up losing. They were expected to sustain that level of excellence and exceed it. Kemba Walker in his second year with the squad, not as healthy as he would like. Obviously, coming from the bubble experience last year, the season definitely had to start a lot quicker in terms of recovery because the league doesn't want to bleed into other sports like they did last year, obviously due to the pandemic. But with that said, you don't get the same recovery time you would if you had a regular off season. Usually you get 2 to 3 months off. You give your body time to rest. The league only got a month and a half off before they had to start over again. So just that part of it, having to deal with that and have those knee injuries, Boston has had to manage Kemba Walker's comeback. Then they get the injury to Marcus Smart mid-season. It just has thrown off a lot of their chemistry, and it's affected how they performed on a consistent basis. With this new playing format that has was spun off from the bubble last year, Boston will get in. They have the potential to get in. They have the talent to get in. But you don't want to be in a playing game. If you're in a playing game, anything can happen. If you lose and get knocked out of one game, that could change a lot of things this offseason. You never know what could happen. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, it's a timeout, though, as the Nuggets lead by 10, 19-9. Marcus Smart will be going to the free throw line when we come back from the timeout. When I'm looking at the Nuggets right now, they're just in a complete flow. They're comfortable. I mentioned Aaron Gordon's addition uh, from the trade deadline this season, and again, I just think he's so much more comfortable on this team in this winning situation. He's just the pressure is off him. He can just play freely, and I think that has permeated throughout this entire team during this stretch. They just understand what they need to do. They play through Jokic. Jokic, as I said, is the ultimate MVP candidate, and since then they've been able to work their way up the standings um, with with this recent run. Now they're fourth in the West. They're trying to get even closer to that top three if they can. The Suns and the Jazz are winning, so it's going to be tough to catch them. But I think in terms of playoff matchups, if it comes down to it, Denver can play with anyone. Out of the timeout, Romeo Langford misses a three. Jokic at the top of the key works it around the perimeter. PJ Dozier for three on the left wing knocks it down. So again, when you play through Jokic this season averaging 27 points per game, 11 rebounds, almost 9 assists per game. Playing through him from that point center position presents so many different mismatches that the Nuggets can just throw any lineup out there basically and understand that they can get things done. Off the Langford miss, Grant Williams misses a three. The Nuggets come back, try to get a score. Porter Jr. misses, and then the Celtics on their response get a layup and one opportunity from Romeo Langford as we look at this missed shot from Michael Porter Jr. Big time defense from Tristan Thompson to prevent that basket from going in, and the Celtics were able to get out and get early transition opportunity for Romeo Langford. So coming into the game for Kemba Walker is Payne Pritchard. Pritchard comes into the game. Pritchard shooting 41% on the season from three. He's proven to be very, very effective on this Celtics team. To complete the M1 is good for Langford. 22-13, Denver leads the Celtics. Joker's looking to set up in the post versus Marcus Smart. Free throw line extended. And we got a foul against Marcus Smart. Even though it's a foul against Marcus Smart, it shows the versatility of Marcus Smart and the physicality of Marcus Smart, how he's used with the Celtics team. despite being only 6'4", he's definitely a utility guy. Very similar to Draymond Green in that regard. He's used in so many different facets, especially defensively guarding. Well, he guarded Jokers there, so that's 1 through 5 right there. Jermichael Green knocks in a 3, so the Nuggets again with their 5th three-pointer here in this first quarter. They're up by 12, and Marcus Smart is fouled by Green on the three-point attempt. We'll see if this will be a 3-shot foul, or they say it'll be on the ground. So they say it's on the ground. They say it's on the ground, but possession will stay with the Celtics. 17 on the shot clock. Tristan Thompson catches the rebound, catches the inbound, and gets it to Pritchard. Pritchard goes in the post to Smart, guarded by PJ Dozier. Fadeaway jumper for Smart, no good. Nuggets come down with the rebound. Michael Green to Monty Morris. Morris takes a screen from Green, thought about a shot, kicks it to PJ Dozier. Dozier thought about a 3, and it's deflected by Smart, but he's fouled. So good court vision there by Monty Morris. He had an opportunity for the floater, but went to Dozier wide open, and on the closeout from Smart, they call a foul. So 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Nuggets have gotten, again, everything they want. They've been able to move the basketball, get quality shots. Even if they miss, the shots that they're getting are very efficient. Morris gets it to Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap with the floater puts Denver up 27. Puts Denver up 14. Denver has 27-13 lead, 1:45 left in the first. Jaylen Brown has to jump to catch a pass from Payton Pritchard. He gets it to Tatum, who goes to Pritchard on the left wing. 7 on the clock, Pritchard goes to Tristan Thompson in the post, guarded by Paul Millsap. A floater from Tristan Thompson is good. So Tristan's come in and provided good energy for the Celtics off the bench. Despite trailing by 12, he's provided great defense. He's rebounded and been able to get 2 finishes. So he's 2 for 3 from the floor, 4 points. He has a block, a couple of rebounds. Paul Millsap guarded by Pritchard and Langford, kicked out. 3-point shot, no good. Romeo Langford tips the rebound to Tristan Thompson. 15 on the shot clock, under a minute to go in the first. Celtics trying to get an attack to the basket. Pritchard thought about a floater, takes it. He misses it, rebounded by Paul Millsap, but we got a foul. Late call there. Got to see who that call is on. As we look at this floater from Paul Millsap, great setup off the pick and roll with Monty Morris. And then we look at the replay for Tristan Thompson. Thompson attacking Paul Millsap, takes contact, stays balanced, and gets the floater. So the foul will go against Millsap as Tristan Thompson goes to the free throw line. He misses the first one short. Look at Tristan Thompson this season. On the year, averaging 8 points per game, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. He makes the second, so it's an 11-point game. Morris to Millsap off the pick and roll. Gets the switch with Pritchard and looks to attack it. Millsap can't get the finish. Pritchard with the rebound and gets it to Tatum. So it's a 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. And on the drive, Tatum gets to the basket for the layup, but they call a moving screen. Moving screen called against Tristan Thompson. So Tristan Thompson just trying to clear space. So Michael Porter Jr. comes back into the game. 28 and a half seconds left. So it's a 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. So far here in the first quarter, Nuggets shooting 11 of 22, while the Celtics are shooting 6 for 24. 10 of those 11 field goals were assisted on. So 7 on the shot clock. Monty Morris pulls up for the mid-range jumper off the right wing. He misses it. Romeo Langford gets the rebound, tries to get the outlet to Jaylen Brown, but it's deflected by Michael Porter Jr. to stop the fast break opportunity. So 5.5 seconds left. Porter Jr. goes back to the bench. Kemba Walker comes back into the game. Campazzo comes back into the game for the Nuggets. 5.5 seconds left. Celtics have to go full court to get this shot off. Inbounded to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown in and out dribble, looking to get a fadeaway jumper from the right corner. Can't get it to fall. So we go into the second quarter with the Nuggets leading the Celtics 27-16. This is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. The Nuggets have, again, gotten everything they wanted offensively. They're moving the basketball, getting efficient shots. The Celtics trying to work their way back into the game. They've gotten great contributions off the bench and energy off the bench, but the shots haven't fallen to the level of the Nuggets. So we'll be back with more. Let's see if the Celtics can respond, or if the Celtics will continue, or if the Nuggets will continue their winning ways. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Celtics trail the Nuggets 27-16. The Nuggets shooting very efficient from the floor so far, 11 of 23 from the floor, while the Celtics shot 6 of 25, 1 of 9 from 3, while the Nuggets were 5 of 12 from 3. The Nuggets, 10 of their 11 field goals were assisted on, and they just were able to push the pace on a lot of these Celtics misses, which gave them free-flowing opportunities at the rim. PJ Dozier free throw line extended, tried to get a jumper to fall. He can't get it. Semi Ojeleye gets the rebound. Payne Pritchard there to set things up for the Celtics. Dribble handoff to Tatum as he works the right wing. Handoff to Semi Ojeleye for 3. No good. Monty Morris with the rebound. Paul Millsap kicks out to Zeke Naji. He works it around to Dozier. Dozier with the left hand layup, skying from the right side, working his way left, able to finish and showcase that athleticism. So again, the depth of the Nuggets is just second to none. I mentioned Jokic and Murray and nauseum, but outside of those two, this team is very, very versatile at multiple positions. They have athletes, they have youth, they're able to get out and run on a consistent basis. And then I think also, even though they don't necessarily have the uh, front court prolificacy, most of their points and just attack comes from Jokic. I do think they have the bodies defensively on the interior to deal with any team size-wise. So I just think whatever matchup they face right now, they'll be able to handle mostly any team. I think when you look at the likes of the Nets or the Lakers or the Clippers, I don't think the Nuggets should be in fear of any of those teams. We look at the Celtics. Tatum is just fouled on a 3-point shot, so he'll be going to the free throw line. He makes the first two. So this might be an opportunity for him to get going. I mentioned again the free throw line was a great friend to him in his previous game against the Timberwolves. A 53-point performance, a career high for him. He's a third Celtic in NBA history. He's a third Celtic to get a 50-point game, or pardon me, the third highest scoring performance by a Celtic. Larry Bird has the high for 60. Second highest is Kevin McHale's 56, and then you have Tatum with his 53. Tatum actually sets up Robert Williams there on the inside. Great pass by Tatum to set up that opportunity for Williams. So Nuggets lead 29-21. Morris working the right baseline, cut off by Williams. Great defense there by Robert Williams. Morris at the top of the key, trying to get inside, kicks it back out to PJ Dozier. 5 on the shot clock, guarded by Payne Pritchard. Going left, off the glass, the basket is good. So the Nuggets bench holding it down while Jokic, Barton, Gordon are out. PJ Dozier so far, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the floor. So we look at the setup from Tatum, able to work the work the point guard position, get the offense into a quick finish. Robert Williams, great rim running, able to seal off and get that basket inside, set up by Tatum. So it's 31-21, 9:27 left in the first half. Celtics starting to settle in, starting to get better shots. They still haven't fallen at a high clip, but they're getting better shots. 4 on the shot clock, right wing step back three for Tatum. Campazzo tried to tip it out to a teammate, but Robert Williams chases down the rebound. So 10 on the shot clock, Celtics have to get a shot off. Jaylen Brown, great footwork inside, and he gets an and one opportunity. The shot clock was winding down. He got Zeke Naji off his feet with a great pump fake, showcase great footwork, right to left crossover, stop on a dime, utilize the right foot, had the left pivot foot stayed down, able to get Naji off his feet with great pump fakes, get the finish. Jaylen Brown, the first year All-Star this year, he's definitely coming to his own as an offensive threat for the Celtics. At times, though, he still tends to fade in certain games. He'll start early, but he won't finish, or he won't start good but finish strong. So I think he has to work on having complete games on a consistent basis, especially down the stretch of the season, where the Celtics are going to need as many wins as possible to keep pace in the Eastern Conference. For the Celtics, Payne Pritchard tried to get an easy opportunity at the rim, but prior to his pump fake at the rim, he travels. So it'll be a turnover for the Celtics. Denver leads 31-23. Campazzo looking to set up a kick out to JaMychal Green. Left corner three is no good. Rebounded by JaMychal Green. He chases down his own miss. Gets the offensive rebound, misses the layup. Tries to get it back up, but it's blocked by Robert Williams. Great defense by Williams inside, being an interior presence. Jason Tatum able to attack the rim on a fast break, get the and one. So Tatum picking up his aggressiveness here as we look at the replay. Michael Green, great effort on the offensive glass, but Robert Williams able to get the block, and in turn, Tatum able to get out and run, draw contact on Paul Millsap, and get the finish. So 8:16 remaining. Celtics starting to turn it around now. We look at the field goal percentage now. Celtics have gotten their field goal percentage up to 30%. They're now for 30. Tatum able to help the Celtics improve their run. They're on a 10-2 run right now over the last 3 minutes. Will Barton misses a mid-range jumper rebounded by Paul Millsap. Tries to get a fadeaway to fall from the right block. Misses it. Michael Porter Jr. is there for the putback opportunity with the right hand, but he misses the slam. So Celtics can inch even closer now. 5-point game, Jaylen Brown fadeaway jumper. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Campazzo. Campazzo looking to probe, get into the paint, kicks it to Will Barton. 14 on the shot clock. Barton with the basketball goes to Aaron Gordon. Gordon looking to kick out to Michael Porter Jr. on the move. And Michael Porter Jr. is there to slam it home. Driving baseline. The pass from Gordon was actually deflected. And in trying to retrieve it, Porter Jr. caught it on the run and able to go straight up and slam it home. So Porter Jr. right now with 11 points, 5 of 11 from the floor. Another and one opportunity as Jason Tatum gets to the line again. So still a 5-point game. Tatum improving the Celtics opportunity with more and more free throws. The Celtics right now are 7 of 10 from the free throw line compared to the Nuggets, who haven't gotten to the free throw line at all. So the free throw line is what's keeping the Celtics in this game. As we look at them attack the basket again, Paul Millsap caught in a vulnerable position trying to protect the paint, but he's getting caught mid jump, trying to jump before he can actually get vertical. Right now, Paul Millsap with 3 personal fouls already. 2 points, 3 personal fouls. So Jokic comes back into the game. 7 minutes left in the first half. Campazzo works the pick and roll with Jokic finds Aaron Gordon under the rim, but he's corralled there by Tristan Thompson. But Thompson fouls him on the attempt for the layup. So Gordon will be going to the free throw line. I mentioned Aaron Gordon since coming over from Orlando. Orlando was his home for 7 years, the team that drafted him, but they didn't really win. Now with the Nuggets, he has an opportunity to win. He's comfortable in his role with the Nuggets, and he's just been a great addition to this team, who obviously already had championship aspirations coming off of a Western Conference Finals appearance. We'll be back though, as it's 6:52 remaining in the first half. Nuggets lead 33 to 29, but the Celtics are coming back. Aaron Gordon will be at the free throw line when we come back, so stay tuned. And we're back. Nuggets lead 33 to 29. These are the first free throw attempts for the Nuggets here in the first half. Their points have come primarily from the 3-point line and just getting easy opportunities at the rim, while the Celtics have struggled from the field, but they've been able to attack the basket and put the Nuggets in foul trouble. So they've been able to stay in the game off the free throw line. It's a 6-point game now as Gordon makes both free throws. Trying to split the defenders is Tatum. He finds Marcus Smart on the baseline. He kicks it out to Kemba Walker. Walker misses a three. That was a great play set up by Tatum. Smart would have probably been better suited looking to get the basket. And Aaron Gordon looks to attack Marcus Smart. The dribble goes off of Smart's foot. So 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Nuggets basketball. Look at Jokic tonight. He hasn't scored, but he has 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Gordon to Jokic. Jokic guarded again by Smart. Smart trying to out physical him. Jokic kicks out to Campazzo for a 3. So even though he's not scoring, he impacts the game in so many different ways. Jokic, with his ability to see over multiple defenders, being 7 foot, his skill set and ability to pass sets up his teammates in such a magnificent way that even when he's not scoring, he's still arguably the best player on the floor. Semi Ojeleye looking to drive. He got caught in between trying to shoot or pass. He tried to kick it out to Kemba Walker as the shot clock expired. So it'll be a 24-second violation. Great defense there by the Nuggets as Kemba Walker is forced to kick out to Ojeleye. Ojeleye wasn't aware of the time until it was too late. Tried to kick it out to Kemba. So a 9-point game as the Celtics have worked their way back into the game, but the timely shots and buckets by the Nuggets have created separation. Porter Jr. misses a right wing 3, rebounded by Tristan Thompson. Thompson provided great energy there in that first quarter. The Celtics tried to work their way back into the game. Tatum tries to draw and kick to Semi Ojeleye. Ojeleye misses. So 38 to 29, 5:25 left in his first half. Jokic on the block, guarded by Thompson. 10 on the shot clock. In the post. Off the glass, floater no good. Great defense there by Tristan Thompson. Tatum on a rebound, looking to get out and run. Thought he was fouled. It's deflected. And Tatum very demonstrative in his reaction to not getting the foul. And he'll be teed up. So this will be an opportunity for Tatum and the Celtics to regroup here. They're trying to work their way back, but they don't want to let their emotions get the best of them and let the Nuggets generate more momentum. Will Barton will be going to the free throw line for the free throw. He makes it, so it's back to a 10-point game. We look at the replay. There was some physicality from Aaron Gordon. I wouldn't say it was a foul. The foul came on the back end by Campazzo on a deflection. He definitely hit Tatum's hand going up. Tristan Thompson gets a floater inside again. Tristan Thompson has provided great energy off the bench, especially trying to battle against Jokic tonight. So far, Thompson 3 or 4 from the floor, 7 points. Barton kicks out to Jokic. Jokic again guarded by Thompson. Jokic finally gets his first field goal of the game at 4:34 left in the second quarter. 41-31 Celtics lead. Jokic tonight, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Marcus Smart, right wing three, misses it off the front rim, rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon gets it off the glass, looks to push. Gets it to Will Barton. Barton thinks better of it and goes to Campazzo to reset. Pick and roll set up with Jokic, and everybody follows Jokic on the roll. That gave Campazzo a free lane to an easy layup. So 43-31, Denver leads. And we got a moving screen against the Celtics. We look at this replay. Campazzo looking to set up Jokic on the pick and roll. Again, the attention went straight to Jokic because people anticipate Campazzo to only be a passer. So they don't worry about his scoring prowess, and he used that against the defense. Jokic had a basket, but they call a... Is this a travel? We look at the replay. Yes, so it will be... Yeah, it'll be a travel. So it'll be a turnover. 3:40 left here in the first half. Nuggets lead by 12. Celtics trail by 12. Kemba Walker yet to really get going. Trying to kick it out to Smart. Smart attacks Jokic, and he's fouled. Tried to go very strong with that left hand looking to finish. And Jokic is teed up in his response to the foul being called against him. When we look at the replay, we see Smart going left. He definitely looked to initiate contact. Jokic was trying to go vertical, but he wasn't vertical in time enough for the contact. So it should have been a foul. It was called a foul. Jokic didn't agree. It'll be another tech. So this time, Kemba Walker knocks down the tech. So we're starting to get techs on both sides. Jokic has a tech. Tatum has a tech. So Smart going to the free throw line, looking to get 2 free throws. He makes the first, rolled around every part of the rim before falling in. So it's a 10-point game. Celtics trying to get to within single digits again. 3:30 left. The first half. Second free throw is good. So it's a 9-point game. Campazzo gets it ahead to Barton on the right wing, guarded by Jaylen Brown. Looking to set up Jokic in the post. Jokic only 2 points tonight. He's been defended well. He just set up everyone else. Able to draw a foul on Tristan Thompson, though. He didn't necessarily look to go for a shot. He just was trying to draw contact, which he did. You got to use the defender's aggressiveness against them. Jokic will go to the free throw line. You look at his trajectory and how his career has just evolved. Jokic's missing that first free throw off the front end of the rim. He's grown over the last 4 years, so much so that the Nuggets actually had to trade Yusef Nurkic to the Blazers to open up the game for Jokic. I mean, they had 2. That shows you the drafting of the Nuggets. Pardon me, they had Nurkic and Jokic on the same team, but they freed up Jokic to a level to where you see now he's an MVP candidate. He's utilizing all of his skills, and the Nuggets will look to go to the free throw line for the third consecutive year. And each year they've advanced further. The first year they went to the playoffs with Jokic and Murray. They defeated the Spurs in the first round 7 games. They went 7 games with the Blazers in the second round. Ended up losing in 7, but used that experience to go to the playoffs last year and go 7 games against the Clippers and the Jazz. So this particular core, specifically led by Jokic and Murray, have already played in 4 game 7s. So that shows you the mettle that this team has despite being very, very young. And that's why they're looking to compete at the championship level so young into Jokic's and Murray's career. Jokic looks to take a three. He misses it. Rebounded by Campazzo. Campazzo finds Aaron Gordon, and Gordon is there for the reverse. Great effort there by Campazzo to get the Nuggets the extra possession. He finds Aaron Gordon on the cut, and with the reverse slam, Gordon puts the Nuggets up 10, 46-36. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Kemba Walker, great setup there for Robert Williams inside. So it was an 8-point game. Jokic looking to get a dribble handoff with Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. thought about a step back. Instead goes to Gordon. Gordon finds Will Barton under the basket. Barton kicks out to Jokic, guarded by Jaylen Brown. In the post, Jokic kicks out to Michael Porter Jr. from the left corner. He misses it, rebounded by Grant Williams. So we approach 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Jaylen Brown in the post, guarded by Campazzo. Working baseline, double teamed by the Nuggets. Will Barton comes over. Marcus Smart gets a pass from Jaylen Brown. Smart able to get the floater to fall with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. So good scrambling defense there by the Nuggets. But Smart and the Celtics now only trail by 6. Aaron Gordon knocks in a 3, though. Again, those timely baskets from the Nuggets just keep the Celtics at bay. It's a 9-point game. Aaron Gordon tonight, 7 points. 1 for 2 from 3. Smart with the basketball looking for Grant Williams. Grant Williams thought about a floater blocked by Jokic. Will Barton on a fast break trying to get inside. Great defense by Jaylen Brown. And the Celtics look to get out and run it. Brown actually ripped it from Will Barton on the gather to go up for the layup. So 9-point game, Celtics trail. Kemba Walker for 3, misses it. Walker's outside shot has just been too streaky for the Celtics' liking this season. Under a minute to go, and we see a sweep through by Jokic. Sweep through by Jokic. As we look at this replay again, Campazzo off the rebound, able to find Aaron Gordon on the cut and gets the reverse slam. 50.6 seconds left. We'll be back with more as there's a timeout on the floor. Welcome back as the Nuggets lead by 9. Michael Porter Jr. in the post. Set up from Jokic. He finds Porter Jr. under the rim. Jaylen Brown having to react. Has to foul to prevent an easy layup. So the Nuggets starting to get to the free throw line here in the second quarter. To start the game, the Celtics got the first 10 free throw attempts, starting 7 of 10 from the floor. But since then, the free throws have sort of evened out to a degree. Here in the second quarter, the Celtics only get into the free throw line 6 times, while the Nuggets have gone to the free throw line 6 times here in the second. So total-wise, the Celtics have 16 free throws, but the Nuggets have 6 as well. So the second quarter free throws have evened out. 11-point game. Mike Porter Jr. put on skates by Marcus Smart. Step back 3 from the left wing. Knocks it down, so it's an 8-point game, 51-43. 30 seconds left for Campazzo. Looking to set up Jokic. We look at the 3-point shooting tonight. The Celtics 2 of 16 from 3, while Denver is 7 of 16. Michael Porter Jr. misses a 3. So Brown gets it out to Kemba Walker. Back to Jaylen Brown for 3. He misses it off the back rim. Rebounded by Tatum. He'll take it out to the top of the key and reset. So 5 seconds left. Tatum with the basketball. Off the dribble. Looking to get inside. Off the floater. He's going left. He takes off the right foot. Gets the floater to fall. It'll be a 2-possession game going into the second half. Celtics trail by 6. 51-45. I mentioned the 3-point shooting tonight. The Nuggets 7 of 17, while the Celtics are 2 of 17. But the free throw line has helped the Celtics stay in the game. They are 13 of 16 from the free throw line. 13 of 16 from the free throw line, while the Nuggets are 6 of 7. The largest lead of the game has been the Nuggets at 14. They led for the entire game, but the Celtics are battling back. They're fighting back. They've settled down in the second quarter. A lot of that had to do with the effort from the second unit, specifically Tristan Thompson, who's done a great job of defending Nikola Jokic tonight. Jokic has been impactful in other areas like the rebounding area and assists. He has 5 rebounds and 6 assists, but only 3 points tonight. A lot of that has to do with what Tristan Thompson has done on the defensive end. And offensively, Tristan has just attacked the paint 3 or 4 from the floor, 7 points. He has 3 rebounds, a block, and he just made everything really, really difficult for Jokic right now. So we'll be back with the second half numbers. We'll break down what's going on, and we'll see who will come out with this victory tonight. Celtics trail the Nuggets. Nuggets lead the Celtics. 51-45. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back as we start the second half of the Denver Nuggets versus the Boston Celtics. Nikola Jokic gets a left wing jumper to fall to give the Nuggets an 8-point lead. Celtics come right back and set up an alley-oop slam for Robert Williams. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Williams. Great pass by Jaylen Brown off the pick and roll. Pardon me. Aaron Gordon Jr. for 3. Can't get it to fall. So Celtics looking to get it to within 4 or 3, depending on the type of shot they get. Robert Williams off the the left block, kicks out to Jaylen Brown, and he's able to repay Brown for his alley-oop. He gets Brown a 3. So it's a 3-point game now, 53-50. Celtics starting to settle in from the 3-point line as well. And we see Jokic miss a layup. Jason Tatum looking to get to the paint off the fast break. He misses a left-hand layup. So Nuggets escape that easy opportunity for the Celtics. Going to Jokic in the post, again guarded by Smart. Porter Jr. skies in for the finger roll as all the attention came over to Jokic trying to help Smart on the defense. And Porter Jr. knocks in his 6th field goal of the game. 15 points for Porter Jr. 5-point game, Nuggets lead 55-50. Kemba Walker skip pass over to Marcus Smart in the right corner. Step back 3 for Smart, guarded by Gordon. Aaron Gordon on the closeout. Rebounded by Porter Jr. Will Barton probing, gets inside, gets a great dump off to Jokic, and an and-1 for Nikola Jokic. So Nikola Jokic picking up his scoring here in the second half. You can see as Will Barton looks to draw defenders, drew Robert Williams over, and Jokic is able to take the contact from Jaylen Brown, trying to prevent that finish. So the free throw is made. It's an 8-point game. And that's kind of been the story of this game. The Nuggets got out to an early lead. They were up by as many as 14. And Celtics have worked their way back, gotten it very close on a number of occasions, especially in the second quarter. But the Nuggets always get a timely 3-point shot or a timely jump shot off as the shot clock is winding down to just keep that separation. And as I say that, another turnover for the Celtics. Will Barton gets the steal, goes to Compazzo in the right corner. He goes to Jokic, guarded again by Marcus Smart, and we got a foul. So I think the mismatch in the emphasis is to get Marcus Smart on those switches. He's a willing defender. As I said, the versatility that he displays for the Celtics team is second to none. He's a all-purpose type of player. Defends all positions. He's a playmaker. He tries to be a shooter, a scorer, whatever they need. But I think defensively right now, the Celtics are just utilizing him as the point man defensively to set up everything they need, because once you get Smart on Jokic, that mismatch for whoever Williams is guarding is the clear matchup that the Nuggets want. So a missed jumper from Tatum gives the Nuggets the opportunity to get out and run. Celtics get back defensively. It's an 8-point game. Jokic dribble handoff to Barton. Will Barton thought about a jump shot, kicks it back out to Jokic. Jokic with the pump fake on Williams. Floater inside, free throw line extended is good. So Jokic now with 10 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. Pardon me, 6 rebounds, 10 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Kemba Walker with the layup as he's able to go left but finish on the right side. Good reverse there by Kemba. It's an 8-point game, 60-52. 7:40 left here in the third quarter. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Inside for Jokic, guarded by Williams. Great backdoor cut from Campazzo, and what a pass from Jokic to find him. And one opportunity for Campazzo. We look at the replay as Campazzo circles around Jokic to get into the paint. Kemba Walker chasing, trying to keep up with Campazzo. That's the thing I always say. When you play with great passers, you have to move. They're gonna find you. If you move without the basketball, they're going to find you. Jokic is one of those special players, the likes of LeBron James, of Rondo, Jason Kidd. You know, when you have that high level of passing and IQ, it's just a pleasure to play with and watch. And Marcus Smart attacking the basket, he misses a layup, but his tenacity on the offensive glass gives the Celtics an opportunity. As he misses the first floater, he gets his own rebound. It initially could have been an alley-oop for Williams, but Williams put his hand back, so hits the front rim. Smart gets the offensive rebound, goes right back up, and is fouled by Will Barton. He finishes with the left hand on the left side. So Smart will go to the free throw line looking to, again, get this deficit down to 8 for the Celtics. So 63-55 as Smart makes the free throw. Smart tonight, 14 points, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 15 on the shot clock. Nuggets work it to Michael Porter Jr. from the left corner. Can't knock down the three. Rebounded by Tatum. On the outlet to Marcus Smart, almost stolen. But Smart gets it to Robert Williams. Kemba on the right wing, attacking Jokic, kicks it out to Jaylen Brown, left corner three. No good off the back rim. Robert Williams tries to kick it out, tries to tip it out to one of the Celtics, but rebounded by Gordon. And Jokic from the free throw line finds Michael Porter Jr. on the three. He misses. Offensive rebound by Jokic, and he's fouled again. So the free throw line has been where Jokic has found the majority of his points. He's in the paint on his offensive rebound here. He's fouled on the gather. So this is a place where you can find your rhythm at the line, get confidence. By the end of this quarter here, he's going to be close to 15 points. So you can see he's definitely picked up the scoring. Even though he's not making field goals, he's putting the Celtics in vulnerable positions defensively. They'll have to dive into their depth and see what they have to come off the bench to defend him. I think that the free throw line is always a scorer's best friend. You want to see that ball go in the basket, get to the free throw line. So it's a 10-point game, 6:20 left in the third. Robert Williams at the top of the key, guarded by Tatum. Cut off by Will Barton. He takes a three from the right wing, air ball, but rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Kick back out to Tatum. He takes a three from the same spot, but knocks this one down. So it's a 7-point game, 65-58. Tatum coming off of a 53-point game in his previous game Friday night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, has 14 points tonight. Jokic attacking Williams again. He's fouled. So Jokic will go to the free throw line once again. .550 left. Celtics trail. They've trailed for the majority of this game. Nuggets have been able to get those timely baskets. They're moving without the basketball. Playing off of Jokic allows for multiple players to find opportunities. Even if they're not getting shots, they know eventually they'll get the ball. And I think that when you look at what the Celtics have battled with this year, a lot of what they've done has always been more of a one-on-one. They have to rely on Tatum and Brown to get their shots off one-on-one. And I think that at times it's easy to guard because especially Tatum, as he takes another jump shot and he misses, a lot of Tatum's game is predicated on the jump shot. If his jumper's not falling, then the Celtics offense is not there. Brown has been a secondary scorer, and he's bowled really, really well. As I say that, Jokic sets up Will Barton for another assist. Barton working at right baseline, cuts to the basket on a dime, and Jokic just finds him in rhythm. But again, when you look at what the Celtics are doing, everything that they have to do is chase a three or work off a one-on-one, and that's not efficient basketball. You got to move the basketball, and you got to get to the free throw line. The Celtics just don't get to the free throw line enough for their stars. Jokic trying to set up an alley for Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. finishes it with the right hand. So off a broken play, Jokic finds the basketball in time to find Michael Porter Jr. cutting. Jokic is already with 10 assists. Tristan Thompson, who had an exceptional first half for the Celtics, especially given energy off the bench, gets a floater to fall, so it's back to a 10-point game, 70-60. Will Barton guarded by Marcus Smart. Jokic, great pass to Barton. Barton goes straight up. He's fouled by Marcus Smart. But that again, that's just the passing from Jokic. 10 assists already. We still have 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Jokic definitely picked up his scoring here in the third quarter, getting to the free throw line. But the passing that he's just been able to display tonight is amazing. Barton makes the first free throw, so it's up to 11. I said 5 minutes left. It's 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third. I mentioned the free throw line for the Celtics, and in the first half, the free throw line is actually what kept them in the game. But in totality, though, when you look at how Tatum gets his points, when you look at how Brown gets their points, they don't get to the free throw line enough, especially as perimeter scorers. I speak at length about how the free throw line is the scorer's best friend. You have to figure out how to get to the line more often. It negates it makes the defense more vulnerable with foul trouble, but it also helps your defense get set also, because at the free throw line you're able to establish what you want to run defensively, and the opposition has to run their offense more so set up from the half court, as opposed to if you take threes all the time and you miss those long outlets turn into easy opportunities. Jaylen Brown gets a mid-range jumper to fall, and the Nuggets come right back as Campazzo sets up a two-hand slam for Nikola Jokic. So it's a 12-point game. Jokic has 12 points here in this third quarter. He has 15 points total. Tristan Thompson inside, guarded by Porter Jr. He's almost fouled. They don't call it. So he misses the layup. Great defense inside. Nuggets get out and run. Slowed down. Great defense by Romeo Langford to stop that fast break. Jokic opportunity for Will Barton is no good, but the offensive rebound is there for Jokic for the finish. Boston has to call a timeout. 3:15 remaining in the third quarter. Celtics trail the Nuggets 76-62. We'll be back with more. This is the Game of Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back out of that Celtics timeout. Nuggets lead by 14 as Kemba Walker misses a three from the left wing. So far tonight, Celtics shooting 37%, Nuggets shooting 44%, but the three-point line has definitely helped the Nuggets, 7 of 24 from three versus 4 of 25 for the Celtics. The Celtics started the game 7 of 10 at the free throw line and got the first 10 attempts. But since then, the free throws have evened out. Celtics 14 of 17, Nuggets 13 of 15. A lot of that has to do with Nikola Jokic getting to the free throw line here in this third quarter. He's really taking over offensively from a scoring perspective. Jokic now with 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Nuggets have played exceptionally well off his passing. He's been able to set up others in stride. Campazzo has been able to get out and run. The shooting for Michael Porter Jr. has slowed down. He definitely got the game going with his offensive prowess early, but the Nuggets have just been able to sustain their largest lead of the game, which was 14. The Nuggets got it, pardon me, the Celtics got it to within 3. But every time the Celtics get it close, the Nuggets knock down a key basket just to keep the separation. So it's an 11-point game right now. Campazzo takes a right wing 3 setup from Jokic and he knocks it down. So that's what I'm saying. Every time the Celtics think that they have some momentum or they think that they are in the game with a chance to take a lead, the Nuggets just do what they have to do to make sure that the Celtics know that they aren't going to win tonight. As Kemba Walker misses the layup, rebounded by Jokic, he gets another triple-double. As a center, he's racked up triple-doubles, very reminiscent of the likes of Wilt Chamberlain over the last 3 years or so. And we see a travel by JaMychal Green, guarded by Romeo Langford in the post. Langford, if it wasn't for that travel, it probably would have been an offensive foul. If we look at the replay, Jokic kicking out to Campazzo to knock down the 3. Campazzo with 14 points, 3 of 3 from 3. So on that turnover for the Nuggets, Kemba Walker gets it to Grant Williams. Jaylen Brown going left, working baseline, able to finish. So Jaylen Brown with 14 points now, 79-67. Monty Morris with the basketball. Gets it to Campazzo. Campazzo and Jokic have miscommunication. Campazzo tried to go behind the back to Jokic. Jokic wasn't ready. Kemba Walker gets the steal. He's able to get the finish, and we get a Denver timeout as Coach Mike Malone isn't satisfied with what he's seeing from the Nuggets offensively. 1:13 remaining. It's a 10-point game, 79-69. Nuggets lead. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back out of that timeout. We look at the Denver Nuggets versus the Boston Celtics. 1 minute and 13 seconds left in the third quarter. I mentioned the triple doubles for Jokic. This is his 14th triple double of the season, and it's his season high in his career. Last year he also got 13. In the last 4 years, Jokic has had 10 triple doubles, 12 triple doubles, 13 triple doubles, and now 14 triple doubles. So he's definitely been consistent in how he's been able to perform over the years all around. You look at what he's done overall for his career right now with 55 triple doubles after tonight. So far this season, I mentioned his all around play. He's averaging 26 points, 11 rebounds, and close to 9 assists. He's just been a premier performer. And now that the Nuggets record is starting to level off with some of the elite teams, he would definitely have a stronger hold on his MVP candidacy if the Nuggets are able to finish out this regular season strong. The Celtics, though, in the last 40 seconds have been on a 6-0 run. Jaylen Brown able to get an easy finish on a fast break. So it's an 8-point game now, 79-71. JaMychal Green in the post again, guarded by Romeo Langford. Romeo Langford draws a charge. So defending JaMychal Green has been a asset for Romeo Langford in the Celtics. He's able to defend he's able to defend JaMychal Green without fouling, forces JaMychal Green to try things in the post that he isn't necessarily comfortable with. Celtics look to respond with the 3 from Kemba Walker. He misses it and rebounded by Will Barton. So it's a 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Nuggets up 8. Barton with the basketball. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Nuggets have 4 straight turnovers. Barton guarded by Kemba Walker. He has it stolen by Kemba Walker. So 5 straight turnovers. Kemba Walker off the glass. Layup is good with 0.5 of a second left in the quarter, and he draws a foul. So good effort here by the Celtics to get some momentum going back into the fourth. They're going into the fourth. They're fighting. You look at Kemba, get that steal against Barton. Great defense. Draws the foul on Monty Morris, trying to block that shot. Kemba able to finish on the left side of the rim with the right hand. If Walker makes this free throw to be a 5-point game, it is. And 0.5 of a second, Paul Millsap will just inbound to PJ Dozier, and we'll go into the fourth. Nuggets up 5, but the Celtics are making a charge. 79-74. Stay tuned for the last 12 minutes. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. So we're back as the Boston Celtics look to put pressure on the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets have led for the majority of this game. They've led by as many as 14, but the Celtics have continuously fought back and kept it within striking distance. Another run for them has gotten it to within 5. Monty Morris trying to get a floater. He misses the first attempt, gets the offensive rebound, and tries to get the putback. He misses. So Celtics have an opportunity to cut it to 3 or 2, depending on their basket. Jaylen Brown driving right, spins back left, gets a fadeaway to fall. So it's 79-76. Paul Millsap, Will Barton, PJ Dozier, JaMychal Green, and Monty Morris are the 5 on the court to start for the Nuggets. For the Celtics, Kemba Walker, Grant Williams, Romeo Langford, Tristan Thompson, and Jaylen Brown on the floor. Missed jump shot from Morris, chased down by Grant Williams. Kemba, looking to split defenders, get into the paint, and he gets a layup to fall. So it's a 1-point game. He was looking for the foul. Definitely some contact there. So it's a 1-point game. Millsap at the top of the key gets it to Barton. Who will be the go-to guy for the Nuggets here? JaMychal Green for 3 off the left wing. He misses it. Romeo Langford gets the rebound, looking to push the pace, and he's fouled by JaMychal Green. So Green and Grant Williams get into it. Grant Williams coming over to defend Langford. Tough foul, wasn't dirty. I think Langford just slipped and fell a little awkwardly, but I don't think it was dirty. I just think Grant Williams is trying to play his role as the big man. You got to be not necessarily an enforcer, but you definitely have to defend your teammates. That has to be a part of your job description. They don't call it flagrant. It'll just be a 2-shot foul. Langford has an opportunity to give the Nuggets their first lead of the game. So he ties the game with his first free throw, and his second free throw, like I said, will give the Celtics an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. As we look at the replay, JaMychal Green did swipe down at the basketball, clean shot. But like I said, it was just the awkward fall that made it look a lot more dirty than what it actually was. Celtics now on a 15-0 run. The Nuggets ended the third quarter with 5 consecutive turnovers. Since the start of the fourth, they haven't turned over the basketball, but they haven't gotten any clean possessions. We get a moving screen called against Millsap, which negates a 3-point shot from JaMychal Green that would have given the Nuggets a lead of their own. But it's a moving screen called against Millsap. He tried to free up JaMychal Green. Celtics with the lead up 1 as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the fourth. Jaylen Brown straightaway 3. He misses it off the front rim. Rebounded by Will Barton. So Denver trying to get the lead back. Barton attacks off the glass. Can't finish the layup. Fought for the rebound with his own teammate, JaMychal Green. But Barton is fouled as he looks to get the basket. We got a foul. He is fouled by, he's fouled by Grant Williams. No, he's fouled by Tristan Thompson, but Grant Williams was also there. Barton's first free throw is no good. Coming back into the game for the Celtics, Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart. Second free throw for Barton is good. So game tied at 80. 9:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Marcus Smart with the basketball gets it to Tatum. Tatum takes the trap from PJ Dozier and Millsap. They're working around to the left corner for Romeo Langford. Robert Williams back into the game. He kicks it out to Tatum. 5 on the shot clock in a post against Barton. Fadeaway jumper from Tatum, no good. Rebounded by Morris. Barton looking to attack downhill. Tatum slows him down defensively, so Barton has to reset. He goes to Millsap at the top of the key for three. Millsap misses it, rebounded by Smart. Marcus Smart gets it straight ahead to Robert Williams, and Williams has his shot deflected. As he gathered up for that shot, it was deflected by Millsap. And we look at this defense from Will Barton on Tatum on that previous shot. They could have called the offensive foul on Tatum. They're creating the separation for that fadeaway, which he ended up missing. But we have to pay attention to the physicality down the stretch here. And Tatum gets a free throw line extended jumper to fall, giving the Celtics a 2-point lead, 82-80, 9 minutes left in the fourth. On the right wing, Monty Morris looking to attack Romeo Langford. They get the switch between Morris and Grant Williams. Morris goes to Millsap for a free throw line extended jumper. He misses it, rebounded by Tatum. So Tatum, guarded by Green, takes the three. He's fouled on the three. Horrible, horrible defense there by Jermichael Green. You want to close out on the shooter, but you can't foul the three-point shooter. Not only did he make body contact with him, but even if he didn't allow for Tatum room to land, which regardless would have been a foul. So out of this break, 8:39 left in the fourth. Celtics up 2 with an opportunity to go up 5 after 3 free throws from Tatum. We'll be back with more. Welcome back, as Tatum will be going to the free throw line for 3 opportunities to put the Celtics up even more. Right now up 3 as he makes the first. Second free throw is good. The third on the way. The Celtics have been able to clamp down defensively. It started at the tail end of the third quarter where they forced 5 consecutive turnovers from the Nuggets, while Jokic was on the bench. And since then, the Celtics have just been able to really get efficient opportunities at the rim. Jokic is back into the game. So let's see how the Celtics respond now defensively with Jokic on the floor. He had a huge third quarter, Jokic did, to really almost solidify this game. But again, the Celtics are able to make their run while Jokic was on the bench. Jokic in his first possession offensively tries to get a 3-point opportunity for PJ Dozier. He misses it, so rebounded. Celtics able to get the basketball to Tatum. 8 minutes left, 10 on the shot clock. Probing in the post, guarded by Michael Porter Jr. 5 on the shot clock. Fadeaway jumper for Tatum, no good. Rebounded by, it was initially rebounded by Jokic, but it's deflected out of bounds by Robert Williams. So possession goes back to the Nuggets. But the Celtics definitely are playing with a lot more urgency right now than the Nuggets are. Morris to Michael Porter Jr. Straightaway 3. Off the back rim, rebounded by Romeo Langford. So the Nuggets right now not getting much ball movement. Here in this quarter, the Nuggets are 0 of 9 compared to the Celtics 3 of 6 from the floor. The 3-point shot for Marcus Smart, no good. But the offensive rebound is there for Robert Williams. So possession will stay with the Nuggets. Williams is fouled under the rim. It's deflected out of bounds. So possession will stay with the Celtics as Robert Williams bringing a lot of energy off the bench, especially attacking the glass. Grant Williams looking to set up Tatum in the post is stolen by Michael Porter Jr. And Grant Williams has to foul Porter Jr. to prevent the fast break opportunity. So the Celtics, while they have worked their way back into this game, they don't want to bleed their lead by wasting possessions with turnovers. Turnovers kill every possession. Dozier looking to set up Jokic on the left block. Jokic trying to kick out to Aaron Gordon. It's deflected. Monty Morris is there to pick up the deflection and knock down a mid-range jumper. So it's a 3-point game. The first field goal made of the quarter for the Nuggets. Mid-range jumper for Tatum is good. Great ball fake to get Aaron Gordon off of him. The ball fake was initially looked to set up a pass opportunity. That fake set up the space for that mid-range jumper. So 87-72, Tatum now with 21 points. Joker's looking to set up Morris. Instead, Morris kicks it to Gordon in the left corner. He goes to Michael Porter Jr. wide open for the left wing three, unable to get it to fall. Tatum responds with the left wing three of his own. So that quickly, the Celtics turn a 6-point swing in their favor. Now it's a 8-point game as we approach 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Celtics went from trailing by as many as 14 to now up 8 in the fourth, 90-82. So stay tuned for more. This is the Game of the Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back, and we see the Nuggets not able to right the ship. Fresh out of that timeout, it's a turnover. So Celtics basketball up 8, 90-82. We look at Tatum looking to find Williams under the rim. Williams caught it just in time before it went out of bounds. He kicks it out to Marcus Smart. Smart getting ready to dribble, has it deflected out by Campazzo. So Celtics possession, 10 on the shot clock. Tatum working his way right, draws contact from Jokic. Can't get the finish to fall. Rebounded by Jokic. Jokic has to find a teammate before he falls out of bounds, trying to go to Porter Jr. and has it stolen by Tatum, who then finds Robert Williams coming in on the slam. So it's a 10-point game. Jokic has his triple-double. I mentioned his 14th triple-double of the season, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. 5:20 left. Jokic trying to get a shot over Grant Williams, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum working the left sideline, gets into the paint, finishes at the rim with the right hand on the left side. So it's a 12-point game now. 5 minutes left. We look at Jokic complaining to the ref about the physicality from Grant Williams. And it appears Grant Williams has been an irritant to Jokic here in the fourth quarter. Jokic trying to initiate contact. He doesn't get the foul call. He's complaining to the ref. So it's 5-on-4, and Grant Williams gets an easy opportunity at the rim as Jokic stayed at the other end of the court to complain to the ref. So it's a 14-point game. Mike Malone has to call another timeout. 4:41 left in the fourth. Boston is now up 14. That's a 28-point swing over the course of 3 quarters. The Celtics were down 14. Now they're up 14 with 4:41 left, in control. Stay tuned for more. And we're back as the Celtics lead the Nuggets now by 14, 96-82. The field goal percentage is picked up for the Celtics. They're shooting 44%, while the Nuggets are shooting 38%. The Nuggets are 8 of 30 from 3. Now, the Celtics are 6 of 30, but their three-point preference has slowed down compared to the Nuggets, who continue to shoot threes and aren't knocking them down. The Celtics have been to the free throw line 23 times compared to the Nuggets 17 times. Celtics 20 of 23, while the Nuggets are 14 of 17. The difference right now is points in the paint. The points in the paint differential is 8 points, as the Celtics have 50 points in the paint compared to the Nuggets 42. Also, the turnover differential is the gap is closed. Also, we're looking at the Nuggets with 9 and the Celtics with 10, but at the end of that third quarter, it started a stretch where the Nuggets turned over the ball 5 straight times, and the Celtics were able to get back into this game. So right now, with 4:23 left, can the Nuggets make another run? We know that they're explosive. We know that they've been able to dominate, especially over the last 8 games since acquiring Aaron Gordon. But this is the first time that they've really been tested by an elite team. Most of their games, especially here at home, they've been able to just run teams out the building. Monty Morris trying to drive baseline, can't get the reverse to fall, rebounded by Marcus Smart. So Celtics, if they win this game, in my opinion, it would be their best win of the season, considering how they started, how they fought back, how they were able to attack and really emphasize certain matchups. They definitely adjusted as the game went on. So this, to me, would be their best win of the season. It's not over though. Michael Porter Jr. gets an N1 opportunity, attacking the paint, able to get the finish. We look at the drive. He works the left, stops on the dime, takes contact from Tatum, able to get the floater to fall. So it's a 12-point game. If he makes this free throw to go to 11, he does. So it's 96-85. 3:48 left. With the three-point line, it's not over. The only thing about tonight is that both teams aren't knocking down the three at an efficient clip. Michael Porter Jr. tonight, 20 points, 10 rebounds. We look at the defense by Porter Jr. He almost steals it from Tatum. 9 on the shot clock. Tatum gets it to Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker for 3 over Campazzo. He misses it. Fighting for that rebound was Will Barton, but Jaylen Brown steals the rebound. So extra possession for the Celtics, because it wasn't a clear possession. It will be 10 on the shot clock for Boston as Brad Stevens calls a timeout. Great effort there by Jaylen Brown to save that rebound and to give Boston an extra possession, utilize more clock, and just put more pressure on Denver. We'll be back with more as it's 3:23 left in the fourth quarter. The Celtics have come all the way back to lead the Nuggets by 11. Stay tuned. Welcome back. 3:23 left here in the fourth. Celtics up 11, 6 on the shot clock. Nikola Jokic on the bench for the Nuggets. And we see a slam by Jaylen Brown as he attacks Aaron Gordon right and able to finish the slam. So Tatum, 9 of 23 from the floor, but 28 points. Will Barton on the right wing, 3 minutes left. We're under 3 minutes to play now. Michael Porter Jr. takes a 3. He misses it off the front rim. Rebounded by Tatum. So Celtics up 13 in control. If you would have watched the first 3.5 quarters, you would be surprised as to look at the score right now. Boston definitely has fought back. We look at the second half field goal percentage. Boston is shooting 53% compared to 34% by the Nuggets. Jason Tatum able to attack the basket. He's fouled by Will Barton. So Tatum will be going to the free throw line looking to get to 30 points. And we look at the attack on Aaron Gordon prior to that last dunk. We look at Gordon. He actually fouled Tatum, hit him on the top of the head, but refs didn't call it. So 2:33 remaining. Again, the field goal percentage has drastically changed from both sides. And when you looked at the first 3 quarters, you looked at how Jokic was dominating, especially playing out of that post, playing at the three-point line, top of the key, finding players. They were getting easy shots at the rim. Boston was disjointed, not getting clean opportunities, taking a lot of jump shots that weren't attacking. But it's a tale of two halves. It's a game of runs, and the Celtics definitely fought. And I will say that throughout the game, even though the Nuggets were getting up, they would constantly have the lead. The Celtics definitely put pressure on them consistently to keep it within arm's length. The Nuggets would get up 12. Celtics would go on a 6-0 run and get it to 6. Then the Nuggets would hit a 3. Now the Nuggets have 9, but the Celtics will respond with 2 baskets to get it to 5. So it's been fluctuating like that throughout the night. But towards the end of that third quarter, 5 consecutive turnovers lended itself to the run that the Celtics made going into the fourth, and eventually they took their first lead of the game, and since then they haven't looked back. The Nuggets actually, without Jokic on the court to start the fourth, were very, very disjointed. They didn't get anything efficient at the rim. They had the wrong players with the basketball at the wrong time. Too many offensive fouls. You had on the defensive end now, you had players fouling on threes as Tatum started to get hot. Now this is where we are. So 98-85, the refs are deciding whether this is a foul, as Denver challenged if Barton fouled Jason Tatum. Look to see. They're still deliberating, and they will reverse the call. So they reversed the call, but because it was Boston basketball, it'll be a jump ball. So 98-85, 2:33 left. And it will be Michael Porter Jr. Jumping up against Robert Williams. It's interesting to see the Nuggets have to perform over the last 3 minutes while they're trailing. They're doing this without Nikola Jokic. I think Mike Malone might be trying to send him a message, considering the fact that he did get into it with the refs over the last couple of possessions prior to him going to the bench, and it was a key stretch where, or a key basket prior to a timeout where he didn't get back defensively, and he gave up a five. He gave up a 5-on-4 because he was complaining to the refs. So this might be a message being sent by Malone, or he just might be giving his superstar some time to cool down. We don't know. But watching the Nuggets have to execute without Jokic and without Murray, who missed the game today, um, you definitely see some challenges there that they definitely have to make up for. Robert Williams gets the basket for Boston, so that increases Boston's lead 100-85. Under 2 minutes to play. Williams tonight provided some great energy as well. 10.5 of 6 from the floor. Michael Porter Jr. gets an offensive rebound off of a missed three. He puts the dunk in, so it's 100-87. Nuggets next game will be at Golden State on Monday. Golden State got some tough news today as James Wiseman tears his meniscus and he will reportedly be out for the season. And Jaylen Brown gets another slam. So the Celtics just attacking the rim as much as they can now. Mike Malone has to call a timeout, not satisfied with how the Nuggets are finishing this game defensively. Celtics now have the largest lead of the game by any team as we look at Jaylen Brown attack Michael Porter Jr. for a wide open lane, and the dunk is there. So Zeke Naji, who was supposed to come over on that help, no help there. Wide open slam there for Jaylen Brown. Again, when you look at what the Celtics had to endure this game, they started out really, really sluggish, not getting anything competent in terms of efficiency wise, but they kept battling, they kept fighting, they got to the free throw line early to keep the Nuggets in foul trouble. And then again, every time the Nuggets would hit their three or get a key basket to keep the multiple possession lead, the Celtics will continue to fight back. This win right here is a well-rounded win. Uh, Even though Tatum is gonna have his 30 tonight, he didn't shoot efficient tonight. He shot 9 of 23. He was I wouldn't say he lacked aggression, but he did go stretches without getting baskets. And they had to find ways to get offense, to salvage offense. That came from Tristan Thompson. That came from Robert Williams. That came from Marcus Smart. And it allowed for Kemba Walker and Tatum and Brown to come into themselves tonight in this game. They were able to let the game come to them, and eventually, once they got going, that's when the Celtics really started to open up their game. And this quality of the team, considering what the Nuggets have been doing so far this season, especially in the second half of the season, to see that this is definitely the Celtics' best win of the season. And the Celtics able to get the rebound off of a missed three. That rebound is to Payton Pritchard. We approach a minute remaining. And Nesmith, I always say Naismith. Nesmith knocks in the three for Boston to get the lead up to 18. Marcus Howard into the game for Denver. Works it around to Najee. Najee goes to Bo, who gets his first appearance into the game. And Najee misses the three. Semi Ojale takes a three. He misses. So 35 seconds left. as Denver will lose their first game in what seems like an eternity. As we go to their record now, they're 34 and 18. They're fighting for third in the West. When we look at the standings right now, the Nuggets are fourth in the West, but they're fighting for third. They're a game behind the Clippers. Coming into this game, they have won 8 in a row. Uh, I mentioned since acquiring Aaron Gordon, and they have been 9-1 in their last 10 games. But Boston fighting back, salvaging the game as best they could. Now they're gonna win this game by 18. A big time performance by the Celtics to finish out this game. Definitely were able to come back behind great energy off the bench, and then the stars picked up late. They were able to really get under Nikola Jokic's skin with different matchups defensively. We could speak about Marcus Smart, who started early on him. You look at Robert Williams, Tristan Thompson did a great job on him, and then Grant Williams was able to finish. Also, unsung hero tonight is Romeo Langford. Romeo Langford definitely was able to get some of those turnovers, especially force some of those turnovers, especially at the end of the third quarter that I mentioned at nauseum was starting that run to build that momentum going into the fourth. So a big shout out to Romeo Langford. But we look at the box scores for both teams. Tatum in 33 minutes, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Robert Williams, 10 points, 5 of 6 from the floor, 8 rebounds. Kemba Walker, 14 points, 0 of 7 from 3. Didn't shoot the best, but definitely provided that tenacity at the point guard position and leadership down the stretch. Jaylen Brown ended with 20, and Marcus Smart ended with 14, 4 of 11 from the floor, but he did get to the free throw line for the Celtics, especially early. Off the bench, I mentioned Tristan Thompson's night, 20 minutes, 4 of 6 from the floor, 4 rebounds. He got a block and definitely just provided that consistent energy on the interior while the Celtics were struggling. For the Nuggets, they're led by Michael Porter Jr.'s 22 points, 9 of 23 from the field, but 1 of 12 from three. So he definitely got one dimensional on how he was scoring. He did have 10 rebounds though, so he tried to impact other areas of the game, but towards the latter part of the game, his shot just wasn't there. Nikola Jokic for his 14th triple double of the season, 17 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. The first 3.5 quarters, he was the best player on the floor. The Nuggets got everything they wanted. They were moving efficiently. Everything was flowing. But again, as things slowed down, he went to the bench, and it took a turn for the Nuggets. That's just what it is. Uh, they ended up shooting 36% for the game and 23% from three. For the Celtics, they got their field goal percentage up to 45%, 21% from three, but they did get to the free throw line, which definitely helped establish them towards the end of the game. So, with that said, that's a game of day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. The Boston Celtics defeat the Denver Nuggets 105-87 after trailing by as many as 14. They end the game on a magnificent run, especially towards the latter part of that third quarter, going into the fourth. Totally swung the game, and that's the game. So we'll be back with another game tomorrow. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like. I'll be back.